Hello, survivors. So after last episode, I managed to take everything back from the library, back to my base here, so I have a nice supply of junk and stuff now. I've left Daisy where she is now to mourn her poor daughter, and for this episode, I'd like to try and get our Gatling laser. And to that end, I want to take my missile launcher, the simple missile launcher we found, as well as the couple of missiles I have in my stash over here, up to that sentry bot that spawned after we exited the National Guard training yard secondary area, back where we got our third power armor training holotape. So I brought my handmade rifle, the best rifle I currently have, some ammo for it, a couple of missiles, my simple missile launcher, and said a quick prayer to the gods for good luck, and head up to National Guard training yard once again to try and take on this sentry bot. This will accomplish a couple of goals. Number one, it'll get me access to the fat man that I dropped there like a moron. If you remember, when I was fighting the guys up there, I didn't have a lot of room left in my inventory, so I ended up just dropping that fat man where it was up there. Didn't expect to be using it again so soon, but here we are. And I also had found 28 missiles on the first sentry bot, which I had to leave up there as well because they were too heavy. I'd like to bring those down as well because you never know when 28 missiles might come in handy. If nothing else, we can sell some of them for quite a few caps. Though technically in Frost, you're not trading for caps, you're trading for pre-war dollar bills, but that's besides the point. Of course, the best laid plans often get waylaid by the wonkiest of circumstances in Fallout 4, and this was no exception, as you'll soon see. Pretty sure it's a deer. Whoops. I clicked off my game. You dickhead. Broke off my arm. I wanted that for when I fought the sentry bot. It was just barely hanging together. Should bind my missile launcher, I guess, huh? He's probably going to be up there somewhere. There he is, I see him. That's a long, long shot, though. I want to engage him from stealth, most likely, and from a closer distance. I have a couple of stealth boys. I'll want to use one of them for this, probably. Maybe a Comex as well. Though I think I want to use a Comex for the Gatling laser guy. There he is. Oh, he is a siege breaker. Alright. Let me pop a stealth boy here. Where are they even at? I know I brought a couple of them. There we go. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do some other stuff too. We're gonna do all the stuff. Psycho buff for more damage. Buff tats for more health. Berry men tats. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Fucking cow!
Well, if you hadn't yelled like that, maybe. Did that just blow up on the freaking... I think it did. Okay, well, we got him. I'm pretty sure two things just happened. Number one, I'm pretty sure the only reason I didn't kill myself is because the, I'm pretty sure that this perk right here, Duck and Cover, just saved my ass. Rank 3, you have 20% chance of getting no damage from explosions. I'm pretty sure... I thought this would shoot through that. It did not. But, you know... I'm gonna take it, guys. I'm gonna take it. But okay, there's, you know, the first thing is done. Okay, so here is my fat man. I left the missiles up here beside the other... Right over here, yeah. Whether you want to call that skill or blind, dumb luck, either way, our first goal is accomplished. A new fusion core, a whole bunch of missiles, our fat man has been reacquired, and we will now head down and try our luck against the guy with the Gatling laser. However, when I got there, he was at first nowhere to be found. Initially, I saw him in the very front, stalking the entrance, but he was no longer there. Instead, I found him somewhere that I never would have expected to find him, and that really threw a wrench in my plans. Additionally, he was not the only U.S. Army remnant that was at Bunker Hill. There was another one, and he was patrolling pretty far away from the entrance to Bunker Hill and caught me quite by surprise. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my god, that fucking hurt! Oh god, different guy, holy crap, that hurt so much. For the fact that that's not even the main guy, holy crap, he must have a nice laser rifle. Okay, we don't want this car's gonna blow up too. We need some jet right now. In the blood pack too. Where's that? It's additional healing over time. Where is he? I think we run. For now. We'll re-engage later. Once we have some health. Holy crap. Oh, he's almost dead. There he is. Gotcha, bitch. Okay. I'm certainly not going to engage that guy while I have this low health. The other guy, the power armor guy, because he'll kill me instantly with that much health left, plus missing an arm. There's no way. God, that went from 0 to 100 real fast. I hope I can find his body, because he'll for sure have a nice laser weapon, I would say. There he is, nice. What you got, soldier boy? Bunker Hill mission log. Yeah, decent laser rifle. Let me read this real quick. Federation rebel groups have established a fairly substantial base of operations at Bunker Hill. If they overthrow Marchand and consolidate Boston, we'll have a significantly more difficult time completing our work here. Take your squad out there and burn it to the foundations. The balance of power must remain even. Gannon. We'll learn a lot more about this Gannon character later. In fact, there is a bounty in downtown from a certain Gannon the Drifter. If I remember, I'll have to pick that up and show it to you all. So now that I've taken down the mini-boss, the first army remnant that doesn't have power armor, it's time for the main boss. But when I got to the front gates of Bunker Hill, he's nowhere to be found, and I was worried that either number one, maybe he had disappeared, just despawned. That could happen. I mean, it's a mod. It's not perfect. These things can happen. Or number two, he could have been killed by something or someone, and he was just dead somewhere where I would never find him, meaning I would never find my precious Gatling laser. But I was kind of counting on being able to nuke him from a long distance away, with him being in the front gate here. Unfortunately for me, since he's not here, that means I have to essentially walk through the front gates of Mordor into the enemy's den. And although I do have a weapon that should kill him instantly, I can't exactly use it at close range, and if I find myself face to face with this guy the second I go around a corner or something, I'll just be screwed. He'll be able to use his Gatling laser instantly and mow me down in half a second. I will not be able to retaliate because shooting him with the Fat Man would result in most likely blowing myself up as well, unless that duck and cover perk were to proc. That's a really big risk to take, though. It's only a 1 in 5 chance. I've already pushed my luck once today with that. If I want to win this fight and be safe, I really need to get eyes on this guy and figure out where the hell he is. And like I said, he was not anywhere near where I expected him to be. That is problematic that he's up there, because I'm not sure that I'll be able to hit him properly.
Hey.
Another one over here too.
Who's that?
Okay. However, the fact that he's up there means he's kind of stuck. I can probably take out the other remnants first.
Who's there?
If there are other ones.
Huh.
I think the other ones are inside of the gate area over there. I bet I can get him from over here.
The heck? What was that? What?
We got him, boys. Mission accomplished. Oh, come on, let me jump over that. There were some weird issues with me trying to jump from this area to the other rooftop over there. I knew I should be able to, but it felt like there was an invisible wall, but with enough trying, I eventually did get over, and thankfully did not get shot by the Alliance volunteers down below in the process. And after looking around a bit, I realized I didn't have to come up here at all because I actually blew the guy all the way off of the rooftop onto the floor down below. So after a bit of searching, I found my prize.
Keep moving.
There he is.
Keep moving. What just happened?
Not too worried about those guys. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Oh my god, 52 damage. Oh my god. And that fire rate. This is not the final form of this thing either. It can be a lot better. How many shots per? 200. Okay, so you might be confused as to why 200 shots per core instead of the 500 that you normally get in the base game. I believe the reason for that is because it's something to do with how they modify the fusion core time in Frost. Now, I might be wrong on this, but it certainly feels like to me that fusion cores don't last as long in Frost as they do in the base game. It feels like they go quite a bit quicker. And I think that that time, how they last in your power armor, is also tied to how many shots you get when they're in a Gatling laser. I could be wrong on that. It's just a gut feeling of playing and kind of a feeling of how long the cores last. They feel like they go really quick to me. I don't have any backup of that by looking at the actual mod files and looking at the data itself. If you know for sure, I'd be happy to correct myself. I am curious, though, if I take a nuclear physicist perk, if that will increase the amount of shots I get per fusion core in the Gatling laser. It doesn't work in Fallout 4 in the base game, but it does work properly in Fallout 76. If that were the case and you could get 400 shots per fusion core on the Gatling laser, that'd be a really cool thing. Additionally, and this might be a tiny bit controversial, but I've always had a patch in my Fallout 4, in whatever version of Fallout 4 that I play, that takes the charge up time, the spin up time, from Gatling lasers and miniguns. I simply don't like that spin up time. It's non-existent in Fallout 3 and New Vegas. You might think it exists in Fallout 3 because there's sort of a spin-up animation, but the actual damage done starts immediately, at least in every version of Fallout 3 I've played recently. And I know for sure that the Gatling laser does not have any kind of spin-up time. You press the firing button on the Gatling laser and it shoots immediately. I think the whole thing Bethesda was going for with these weapons was like, ooh, you have to spin it up because it does so much damage or whatever, but in the base game, they're kind of garbage weapons. They're not that good even. And I'll be honest, I put that patch in because I just hate the spin-up time. I just don't like it. Additionally, whenever an NPC uses these weapons, if you watch, they do not have a spin-up time. They start shooting immediately, so it's only fair if they're allowed to shoot immediately at me, I should be immediately able to shoot at them with my Gatling laser or minigun. If you don't like it, I really don't care. It's my game. I'm going to mod it how I want. I'm playing this for my own fun and enjoyment as much as I am for you guys. The only other very small gameplay balance change I've made to Frost is the handmade. I gave it a very slight buff because I wanted to counteract the big nerf that it got in the most recent version of Frost. Previously, the version that Nalgrim, the original mod author, had done had the handmade rifle being the most powerful rifle because it shoots the most powerful ammo type, which is 7.62. 7.62 is a much bigger, more powerful round than 5.56, or anything else in the game. Therefore, there's really no reason why it shouldn't have the highest damage of any other type of weapon. I mean, there's a lot that goes into ballistic damage calculation, like in real life. I mean, there's the tumbling of the shell and then whatever of the ballistic tip of the ammo. There's whether or not it bounces around or not. There's whether or not it fragments or not inside of you. It depends on if it's going through armor or not. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into that. And honestly, Fallout 4, the engine for it is just way too simple to accurately simulate that kind of damage calculation. For something like that, you have to go to a game like Escape from Tarkov. But if we're going by the same thing as the rest of the game, generally speaking, the higher the caliber of the ammo, the more powder is used, the bigger the shell is, the more damage the bullet does to a person, and therefore 7.62 ought to be the apex in this game, aside from like 50 caliber. But of the semi-automatic rifles that are not bolt action, 7.62 ought to be pretty much the highest damage per shot you can do, with maybe the exception of the combat rifle when it's chambered for 308. Now, there are reasons why the mods that are taking over Frost, why they have done this the way it was done. Basically because the handmade has a lot higher accuracy, it has a lot higher bash damage. Basically, the handmade is just a really overpowered base item in this game. It's just really, really strong for some reason. But personally, I just really disliked the fact that my 7.62 shooting weapon was so much worse than other weapons whenever the bullet type really should dictate that it does more damage. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent here. The important thing is we've gotten 2 nearly full fusion cores, we've gotten a Gatling laser, we've gotten access to a bunch of T-51 armor. Unfortunately, he did not spawn with T-60, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to find any T-60. XO1 does not exist in this as far as I know, but there are not a whole lot of power-armored remnants. We'll probably find a couple at Fort Hagen and Fort Strong, but I was really hoping to get some T-60 off this guy. However, T-51 is still very, very good, and the good thing is I can repair it very soon. I think T-60 would require me to get to level 30 or so before I can touch it as far as repairs go. T-51 I can do in a couple levels. Anyway, like I said, that was a pretty long tangent, didn't mean to go off on that. We got our prize, a bunch of fusion cores, a brand new Gatling laser, which we can improve in the future to make even better. If I can find a reliable source of fusion cores and get Nuclear Physicist online pretty quickly in terms of my perks, I ought to have a weapon that I can use for a very long time that should do very, very good damage, because the charging barrel on this, which is not charging at all really, I'm not sure why it's called charging barrel, but the charging barrel is the one that shoots very slowly. It still shoots fast, but it's much more slow than the regular barrels, and it does much more damage. And in Frost, it does something like 172 damage per shot, and you get 200 plus shots per fusion core. So that's a very reliable, very good source of damage. But of course, that comes with a major downside of using up fusion cores. Even though the ammo is very efficient in them, fusion cores are still very rare. We don't find them anymore in the open world from power armor frames. If I still found them in frames like I did in the previous version of Frost, I think I'd be able to swing using the Gatling laser all the time. But for now, I'm probably going to shelve it unless I need it for a specific mission, for a specific thing. Like if I'm going to take on some army remnants or something, I'll want the biggest firepower I can get. But for most scouting and retrieval missions and stuff, it's just not really worth taking it. I mean, it's also super heavy, so we'll probably put it away, and we'll only bring it out in the most dangerous circumstances when we really need something that's going to kill stuff instantly. It took me a couple of trips, but I did manage to bring everything back down to my base, so now the Fat Man, our missiles, our missile launcher, the Gatling laser, and everything else, all the armor as well, is all down here, safe and sound in our workbenches. I also remember that there is a convenience store right outside of the Valenti station exit. There's basically a bus that drove through this convenience store that had a bunch of liquor and other stuff in it. So I decided to go in there and take out a few dogs, grab the goodies in there, and then retire for the night and set out again in the morning. Now I know there's some actual alcohol around here. Did I get any so far? I wasn't able to tell really. Any Gwinnett brews? Nothing? Oh no, we got a whole bunch. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Cool. You know what? Then just like do one of each. How about that? You got the various radiation removal effects stacking. Though we don't have a lot of rads right now, but still. And I forget what's up here. Maybe just like a ghoul and a chest. Never mind. There are people here. That poor bastard. Richie Fallion's journal. Entry 63. Lynn passed away in the early morning. I don't know what we'll do now. That girl got us through so much. Palmer, Natick, Independence, all of it. Someone's gotta step up and take us onward. I'll talk to Parker. Kid's got guts, but is it enough? Entry 64. I'm speechless. The group voted me leader, unanimously. Hell if I know where to go from here. Throw a dart in the map and make our way, I guess. I'm no Lynn. Entry 65. Met someone on the road today. Well, caught, really. Man by the name of Hank. Big guy, scruffy beard, scrap metal armor. Says he's heading to a settlement he's heard of. Food, water, ammo, the usual rumors. Parker's all for it, but Nat and Davis are adamant this guy's a fake. We're keeping him tied up for now. Told him we meant no hard feelings, he understands. Everyone's looking at me for the answer. Entry 66. Nat's calling for Hank's head. She's been spouting nonsense all day. Says he's some kind of psycho killer cannibal. I'm sure there's another explanation for those filed teeth of his. Entry 67. God damn it, Lynn. How'd you know? Back in Palmer, how'd you know to torch the armory? In Natick, when you spared Davis? Or were you like me, faking your way along, flipping a coin to take a man's life? Entry 68. It's all over, Lynn. Nat got the gun somehow, killed Hank and claimed leadership of the group. I guess I should be thankful she only exiled me. With it being too dark to really do more outside, I decided to go and check the various vendors, stock up on some alcohol and food to see if Ozzy had anything. Spoilers, he had nothing yet again. Then I remembered I should turn in that quest to check out the Boston Public Library, so I never talked to the commander after I returned.
Excuse me.
Any good news?
No need for an assault force. I already cleared that place out.
Really? What happened there? What did you find?
Everyone's dead.
They did well. Died like warriors. And you did good, too. Congratulations. You have brought honor to the great Metro Federation. This is a commendation, soldier. Let me know when you're ready for your next order, soldier.
What are your orders, Captain?
I need you to get going at Fort Independence. I've sent an armed expedition to assault suspected mutant HQ. I still have no information about the current status. I need you to assess the situation there and report back to me.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Dismissed.
Yes, Fort Independence, also known in the base game as the castle. We've heard of Fort Independence already. He's saying he dispatched a crew of people to Fort Independence, and we saw a journal from someone saying that they were pushed out of Fort Independence by Federation. There's a quite sinister, quite sad story over at Fort Independence that we'll uncover later, but I'm in no particular hurry to get there. We'll clear out stuff and kill as many ghouls and find as much loot as we can get along the way. So with that in mind, it was time for a bit of an open world roam, just roaming around, killing ghouls, taking what we can, leveling up, with the ultimate goal, of course, of getting to Nuclear Physicist rank 3 and being able to repair our power armor properly. Not much in here. Have to use the elevator, I think? No, can't use the elevator. Then, how do I go up? Whoa! You're gonna fall off, buddy. Careful. Oh, you fell off. I can get experience for that. I hit him. That's BS. I hit him. Should've gotten experience. Oh boy, big boy. Big boy, watch out. Took 3 hits to the head to kill him. Not much here. We can go over there and scavenge along there. Or we can go up even higher. Isn't there a... There's something up here. I forget what exactly, but there's something up here worth going up here for. I think. Maybe not. Oh no, there is. Right over here. Booze and more booze. Yep, worth it. Okay, we can go on the highway then and check that out.
Locked tight.
This is a master locked door with a bunch of vault tech boxes in it, but there's like nothing in there, nothing good. You open it up after all that work and it's just a bunch of vault tech trunks that you can't get into. Really crappy foggy day out for this. Hello, survivors. And turrets. That is Haymarket Mall. The back entrance of it. I hear a Deathclaw too. Is he on top of there? Oh no, he's down there. He's already spawned. That's interesting. They don't usually spawn until you're over here, but I guess because I was close enough, they spawned. There's two of them. I don't really have enough to kill him right now. I would need a lot more firepower than I have. I mean, I could probably kill him with enough shots, but like, what a waste, you know? I guess that counts. Is he... It sounds like he's on top of there. I think they spawn over... They're hanging on the side of the wall, though. There's number 2. There's like no way I can kill them unless I get belly shots, and we'll deal with that later. Wonder if they'll jump off and go fight the army, or not the army remnants, go and fight the people downstairs. It'd be hilarious. There are some explosive barrels there, but that still would not be enough to kill them. Not worth it, man. Oh god. Truck is moving. This goes into Faneuil Hall? No, the Commonwealth Bank. Sure. Gonna have some money in here, probably. Maybe a couple survivors. This is the area that I killed the guy with the turret out in front of, right? There's gonna be a lady in here as well that will not let us pass. Unless we shoot her.
Yes.
I don't think I can get in here unless I... Oh no, it's expert. I can. Never mind. Thought it was master.
Yes.
Very tempting to put a point into lockpicking to get that expert lock, but...
Got it.
I mean, I'm having trouble as it is. I need to... With the fusion cores, I really need to get more fusion cores, so... Yeah, I think I'll wait for now. I need, 2 more levels. Then, like... 2 more after that to max out nuclear physicist. You're a Exiled Vault Dweller, huh? There's nothing really back there, and she doesn't have anything good on her, really, so...
Keep moving.
Some combat armor, but it's not that good. I don't really care about killing her. This entire time I've just been really racking my brain trying to think of places that have very dense amounts of ghouls I can kill for easy experience that won't affect my sanity. And there's one nearby, which is Faneuil Hall. So I decided to stop by over there and clear it out. There's also an interesting added super mutant here. Super mutants don't really exist in Frost because they haven't really been invented yet. However, this one in particular is supposed to be a experimental prototype, one of the original or maybe the original super mutant. This is one of the areas added by the Frost Dark Calling mod, a really cool mod that adds some interesting environmental storytelling and really cool staged events to various super mutant locations throughout the Commonwealth. They are kind of rare, but when you find one, you'll know. They're often extremely bloody, extremely gory, extremely creepy, and really add to the overall feel of Frost. I think it's a must-have mod for Frost, personally. Alright, and this guy will help me out too, maybe. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe I can just blow him up. Didn't see a little whatchamacallit poking out, so I don't think he was actually trapped, but just in case. Hello. Only 16 experience for that, huh? It's not very much. All things considered. Wait, where are you guys coming from? Do I have to go in the opposite door to get to the other side? That mannequin freaked me out. I thought it was, I thought it was a person for a second. There shouldn't be any people in here, so I was freaked out. Where's the damn tripwire?
Human. Got out there somewhere.
Maybe not. There is a super mutant in here, by the way. If you're curious, there is one single super mutant.
Human. Got
Plus a bunch of ghouls.
somewhere.
He'd be really tough to take out with melee.
Go.
There we go, nice. FEV contaminated blood. One of the first super mutants, I think, is what the idea is there. What is that too? I don't even know. There is like a guy with a lab suit here. I don't know, a nice. Oh, there's some interesting artwork there, I guess. Yeah, one of the first super mutants, and they were quite hungry, as you can tell. Okay, we go up, I think. Now, where is that grenade bouquet? I know it's around here somewhere, I just don't know where. Don't see it. Nice. $50 cal, don't see that very often. Ooh, Great Bentat's nice. Good find. Hey, a shovel. I need one of those for Daisy. Oh wait, isn't there a magazine in there too? Oh, right here. Oh yeah, it is. It's a companion one. Live and Love. Oh boy. I guess I did miss some stuff anyway, so... worth coming back in a bit here. But still... there's a whole lower level I didn't go through as well. Like a ton of stuff down there. What are you thinking, Wanderer? Not being a very good scavenger here. I guess my mind is on experience right now. I just want all the experience I can get. I think I'm going to call it good on the ceramic for now. I've gotten a lot of it. I don't need that much. It's like a one-time thing that I'll need a bunch of ceramic to upgrade the power armor. Pretty soon I can do... well, actually not pretty soon. In like 15 levels, I can do calibrated leggings. Gonna be a while though.
Sweet. No way I could pick this.
Rip. There's no key for that either as far as I know. Oh, there's a key. That's how we get in there apparently. Okay, cool. Didn't even know that was there. I guess you can get in there. I don't think I've ever read these before, but I don't care that much.
Kill. Kill.
Fusion cells, nice. 13 fusion cells. That was surprisingly pretty easy. Hit him in the back and down he goes. Alright, we're pretty close to home. Let's go ahead and dump stuff off and then come back out. Well guys, we made some amazing progress this time. We got our Gatling laser, we got 2 new fusion cores, both of which are above 70% charge. We brought a whole bunch of missiles and our mini nukes and our Fat Man back to base, so we've got a bunch of explosive firepower should we need it. I am tempted to take my missile launcher up onto that highway again and shoot those Deathclaws from a good distance away where they can't hit me. But for now, I think this is where I leave you. Time to go back, dump stuff off, come back out, do some more scavenging. Such is the life of a scavenger in Frost. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay sane.